أحب أن أرحب بكم بأول محاضرة إلكترونية لنا في هذا الفصل. طبعا هذه هي محاضرة قصيرة، وهي بالحقيقة مجرد تكملة للمحاضرة اللي فاتت. إذا استمر التوقف فراح نستمر بالمحاضرات الإلكترونية تباعا. هذه المحاضرة مثل ما قلت هي محاضرة تكملة للمحاضرة اللي فاتت، والمحاضرات الجاية راح نتناول مواضيع جديدة. مثل ما درسنا بالمحاضرة اللي فاتت، تكلمنا عن cholinergic antagonist، وحكينا عن النيكوتينيك ريسبتور antagonist، وبالخصوص التيوبوكيورارين analogues. وصلنا إلى الاتراكيوريوم، واللي هو أيضا يعتبر أحد الانالوجز of tuberculin. Atracurium designed based on tuberculin and saxamethonium. Atracurium is superior to both tuberculin and saxamethonium because it lacks cardiovascular side effects and it's rapidly broken down in blood both chemically and metabolically. يعني هو أحسن من التيوبوكيورارين والساكساميثونيوم، بالرغم من أنه الديزاين مالته هو معتمد على التيوبوكيورارين والساكساميثونيوم اثنين. Why it's superior? Because, as we said, it lacks cardiac side effects. It is rapidly broken down in the blood, but the major important thing is that it's rapidly broken down both chemically and metabolically, so it avoids patient's variation in metabolic enzymes. What happened was with other analogues like tuberculin and saxamethonium, they depend on metabolic enzymes, and as we know, there are patient-to-patient variations in metabolic enzymes, which means there are variations in the breakdown of those analogues. That's why, or that's one of the reasons why atracurium is superior to both tuberculin and saxamethonium. The lifetime of tuberculin is short, which is only 30 minutes, and that allows the administration of atracurium as an IV drip. And once the procedure is over, stop the administration, the IV administration, and the action ceases approximately simultaneously. One of the features of atracurium is the spacer, which is 13 carbon atoms between the two nitrogen centers. Other feature is the two quaternary nitrogen centers, two charged nitrogen atoms, which, as we learned earlier, one of them will interact with the acetylcholine binding site and the other would interact with the cysteine residue at the receptor. Other features is the blocking groups that is represented by the cyclic moieties, which blocks the other acetylcholine binding site. As we know that the nicotinic receptor has two binding sites, so one of them will interact with one of the quaternary nitrogen and the other would be blocked by the cyclic group. The other important feature that the atracurium has a self-destruct system which limits the lifetime. Basically, or normally, when scientists designed a new drug, they aimed to make it more stable in the human body. Well, in the design of atracurium, they made it less stable. by introducing a self-destruct mechanism by depending on Hoffman elimination, which can you see in this slide. The Hoffman elimination, in normal conditions you need high alkaline pH and high temperature to introduce Hoffman elimination, but in case of atracurium, just the introduction of a good electronegative group, a good electron withdrawing group next to the beta carbon of the nitrogen, that will make Hoffman elimination possible at the relatively mild condition at the relatively alkaline pH of the blood, which is 7.4. Atracurium is stable at acidic pH, which makes it safely stored in refrigerator in alkaline pH, in acidic pH, 3 to 4. But when you introduce atracurium, when you administer atracurium inside the body in the alkaline pH 7.4, Hoffman elimination take place, and that will break the molecule in two parts, and because of that the positive charge of the nitrogen would be lost, and that will cease activity. As we said, atracurium is stable at acid pH, and Hoffman elimination take place at blood pH 7.4. Another analog of tubercularium is the mivacurium. The design of mivacurium is similar to that of atracurium. It also has short duration of action, but it has faster onset, approximately 2 minutes. And as we said, it has shorter duration of action, and actually it even has shorter duration of action than atracurium. As we said earlier, atracurium has 30 minutes approximately, the duration of action, but with mivacurium, the duration of action is only 15 minutes. It also depends on Hoffman elimination and enzymatic destruction for elimination, but unlike atracurium, there is patient-to-patient variation in the elimination of mivacurium because it depends on enzymatic elimination more than the Hoffman elimination. مثل ما قلت لكم، هذه المحاضرة هي محاضرة قصيرة، وهي بالحقيقة تكملة للمحاضرة اللي فاتت، وإذا استمر التوقف راح نبدي بمواضيع جديدة، وراح نعطيكم محاضرات أطول من هذه. إن شاء الله ينتهي التوقف، وإن شاء الله تنتهي الأمور على خير، ونلتقيكم بالكلية. مع السلامة.